Hello everyone, welcome to Salapaloosa Knits. My name is Elizabeth and I am the host of this knitting podcast. I'm coming to you from the city of Bergen, which is located in the western part of Norway, and this is where I live with my husband Christian. If you want to get in touch with me, you can follow me on Instagram at Salapaloosa Knits. That's definitely where I am most active, and I usually post an update every day. And if you have any questions or inquiries, anything like that, please send me an email at salapaloosanknits@gmail.com. If you have any questions about the podcast or what I'm talking about, feel free to pop a comment below and I will talk to you there. Yes, let's just jump into it. I am just having a bit of tea today out of my Don't Let the Muggles Get You Down Harry Potter mug. For those of you who don't know me, I am a huge Harry Potter buff and pretty much everything Harry Potter related, I'm a fan. I'm having some green tea today, green tea with almonds, which is my favourite. It's a Kashmir tea that I haven't been able to get my hands on very easily where I live, so I picked up a big tin of it this summer in France when I was on my honeymoon, because if you don't know, I got married this summer and it was great. Alright, first of all, I thought I would comment on what I'm wearing. This is my project. This was one of the very first projects I shown on the podcast when I was working on it. It is the Solveig sweater. It's a pattern by Sandnes, and it was a collaboration that they did with this Norwegian VJ. She worked for MTV for a while and model. She's called Hanneli, and basically they did a whole booklet with her and where she modelled, and they had really sweet, cute designs, and this yarn was made special for it. Anyways, it's an entirely cabled jumper, which is, you know, I love a good cable. However, this is very big. I don't know how, well, I do know how it turned out this big. It's, I'm not saying that I couldn't have made a mistake somewhere, because my neckline is quite large and I can, you know, drop one off the shoulder and do a little 80s Irene Cara moment. What a feeling keeps believing. Yeah. Anyways, it's very 80s, you know, Jase's eyes, fabulous with this neckline, but it does work for just around the house, and I love the colour, and I do like that all of the cables. I'm a huge fan of cables in general, but it's, yeah, okay, so this is the thing, I'm just rambling already, but this is 100% Merino non-superwash yarn. It's extremely lightly spun and it is very heavy. The yarn is very heavy, the pattern with all of the cables is very heavy, and that makes everything sort of lose its shape and get very droopy very quickly. So yeah, that's what's up. But I do enjoy it and I love the colour, so I wear it sometimes, but not as much as I would like. And also, once again, it is quite large, and yeah, it is what it is. Okay, that being said, let's jump into what I've been working on this last week. Last week's episode was a little bit longer than I was planning. I just I guess, have to get back in the swing of things. And since it's been a while since I updated the podcast regularly, I do have quite a few projects that I need to reintroduce back into the program, so to speak. So I hope you don't find that too boring. There's going to be quite a few new projects going forward. But first of all, let us talk about an oldie but goodie, so to speak. This is a project that I've definitely talked about previously, and it is from this lovely book that I have talked about previously, so I'm not going to do much talking about it. Also, the lovely Ellie of Skrantin just did a review in the book, so head on over to her podcast if you want to hear some more about it. And yes, I was lucky enough to be one of the models in this book, so I was gifted the book because of that. And what I have decided to knit is the dress in here. It's called, they made a dress called Dagny, and it is a very thick and cute knitted dress. And I have always wanted to make the dress, but I didn't feel like I wanted to make the thick version of it. But with this book, they have reintroduced not reintroduced the dress, but they have put in a pattern that's very, very similar, but in a thin yarn. So that is what I have worked on for a while. I used this yarn, which is the Pickles Pure Wool, and it is a 100% wool yarn, and it is in this beautiful plum colour that I absolutely love. This colour is called Plum as well, if you're wondering. And I started this dress quite a while ago because I thought, well, it's all stockinette and it would be very easy to bring around with me as sort of a social project for, you know, the cinemas and just, you know, cafes or whenever you hang out with someone. This would be very easy to bring with me, or for festivals. I brought it to Edinburgh and did quite a bit of knitting on it, but after that I put it down for a while because it just felt like more of a autumn, fall, winter project and not so much a summer, spring project. So I put it down, and then last weekend when I was at the knitcation, I picked it back up, and then I couldn't put it down. I brought it with me to the cinema and all around, and zoom, it was just done. So this is where we are. When I went to the little knitcation, I was right above this adorable little kitty stitch marker. This is by Hannah, the Corner of Craft. This is one of my favourite stitch markers. So I was right above there, and so basically in about a week and a half I've knit the entire body and one of the sleeves, and I've almost finished the second sleeve. I've just started the ribbing. There's quite a bit of ribbing here, but it's going to be done in a jiffy. And I think that I'm going to be really happy with it, and I can't wait to have it finished and to wear it with, oh yeah, this September and October, and I think it's going to be such a lovely addition to my knit wardrobe. But the best part, you guys, is these guys. I've made some pom poms, and these babies are going to go all the way across at the bottom of the dress. So at the bottom ribbing, I'm going to attach these little beauties in a row. Okay, this all got tangled up together, but so these pom-poms will be at the bottom of the dress, and I knit the shortest version, which is sort of a mini dress. It's like in the middle of, and I guess it stops at the middle of the thigh, approximately. I actually haven't tried it on since it was quite finished, so I'm very excited about that. Hopefully it will fit, but I thought that with it being a little bit short, the pom-poms will also cover it up a bit and just be really fun and playful, and yeah, so I'm really excited about those. Hopefully I'll get this done by this evening, I think, actually. I really wanted to finish the sleeve yesterday, but I didn't have time, so there you have it. We're getting there, it's almost done, and maybe by this weekend I can have a new dress. That would be pretty awesome. The thing though, there's a tiny challenge with this. I had 100 grams of this yarn left that I was going to use for the pom-poms. Now I have made 5 pom-poms and I have 46 grams left. And you know, I really wanted the pom-poms to be really, you know, thick and full and fluffy. I think that is just so beautiful, and I'm afraid that I might have to make a couple of sort of wonky ones for the back, or maybe just slightly smaller. It may not show when it's in the back, which is a little bit annoying, but I feel like it's just a little bit too over the top to buy a whole new 100 grams skein or ball of this yarn just to make the pom-poms slightly fuller. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make as many pom-poms as I can out of this, and then I'm just going to have to measure the bottom of the dress and then divide the pom-poms after that. But I think it's going to be so much fun, and yeah, I cannot wait. Woo! Hopefully I can wear this for the next episode. I can't stop shaking the poms. Shake it, shake, shake it, shake it, shake, shake it. Okay, that's quite enough of that, Elizabeth. I think you have had your share of coffee for today. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I am functioning on a less than ideal level right now. Yeah, okay. One more sip of tea, I'm sure that can't hurt. Okay, the next project that I'm going to talk about is a new cast on, and I am so excited. I can't even begin to describe how happy this project makes me. I love brioche knitting. I think there's something to the rhythm of it that's just so relaxing in a way, especially just the regular brioche stitches, you know, that like just the slip-on yarn over brioche buck, slip-on yarn over brioche buck. It's just got such a nice rhythm to it, and I really enjoy doing it. So when Stephen West released a new brioche pattern, I knew that was going to be something beautiful and great, but it turned out that it was something that I just completely fell in love with the first time that I saw it, and it is the Flying Foxtails shawl, and it is a brioche shawl design with just the most beautiful pattern. And I'm just going to show you what I've done so far. It's brand new. I cast it I think I cast it on a week ago, I think so. By the way, it's Wednesday today, the 25th of September. Yeah, so about a week ago, I think that's about right. Anyways, here it is. I am just so overjoyed and loving this beautiful brioche bib. Yeah, so this is the Flying Foxtails shawl, and I knew immediately that I wanted to use this particular gold colour. It is by, excuse me, the company Garnsurr. I've talked a lot about these previously, and it is their Skrantin Merino base, which is their 100% superwash merino, and it's called Yassa. It's written Jase. I have no idea how you pronounce it, but I'm just going to go with the Norwegian pronunciation is probably Yassa, but it's written Jase for all you English speakers out there. Yes, and this is the back. I'm going to talk a little bit about the yarn because I went a little bit rogue with it. You see, for some reason I thought that this shawl was knit with the Ching fibres. I can't remember the name of it, but the merino, no, not the merino, the mohair, silk mohair base. But turns out that was a bit of a whoopsie daisy, because it's not. It isn't. It's brushed alpaca, I think. Oh no, it's Surrey. Yeah, Surrey alpaca. And I picked up. Well, I had this yarn already. This is the Garnsurr gold yarn, and I knew that I wanted this one, just the Flying Foxtails. It just screamed gold to me for some reason. Don't know why. And I immediately thought I want something sort of navy, royal blue to go with it. I think that would be an excellent contrast. So I found this gorgeous yarn, which is the Knitting for Olive silk mohair yarn. And I thought, okay, perfect colours, we'll go with that. But then I picked up the pattern and I realised it isn't mohair, it's alpaca. And initially when I thought it was mohair, I thought, goodness, a mohair brioche shawl, that's quite adventurous, even for Stephen West. Although I'm sure he's already done that, but I thought, well, at least it's a bit adventurous for me. But as it turns out, I was in the wrong. But I think I made it work with 2 strands of the Knitting for Olive silk mohair. So I'm doing 3 balls of yarn, 2 colours in this shawl, which is, not gonna lie, it's quite a lot to keep track of, but somehow it works, and I have not brought this project with me out anywhere. This is my stay-at-home, quiet, zen evening knitting. The blue yarn, the 2 strands of the blue yarn, it is quite fluffy and halo-y, which is ridiculously soft against the skin, and Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to get all wrapped up in this. I really feel like the blue does dominate the back to the extent that it's almost a bit overpowering, but you know what, seeing it now, I'm not sure if I quite agree with myself. I think it is quite beautiful, even though it is there, you know, it's quite fluffy. It's quite fluffy, and but you know, when I block it, and I'm sure it will open up a little bit more. And also, I would not change it because it is just so soft and beautiful, and this is the exact look that I wanted. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to be said about it. Flying foxtails, Stephen West, knitting for Olive, and Garnsurr yarn. I don't think I've made any mistakes yet, which is great. And hopefully it will stay that way, because, you know, trying to think back brioche, it's quite a nightmare if you haven't spotted the mistake until you've knitted a few more rows. So hopefully that won't happen. I should probably check every row, just have a look and make sure there isn't any whoopsies. So far so good, fingers crossed. Okay, speaking of Stephen West, I'm going to gush for a minute, because Stephen West has released, let me just grab it, a new book, Westknits Bestknits 3. This is the third of the Westknits Bestknits. Why is that so hard for me to say today? Westknits Bestknits books. And this is called Shawl Evolution. And the photos that has been circling on Instagram has been just incredible, and there was a few, I mean, pretty much all of the patterns that were shown in the photos on Instagram I just desperately wanted to make, and so I knew that I just had to get this book. And honestly, I'm quite speechless. I am quite speechless. It's just unbelievable. It's so unexpected, in a way that's just so refreshing. And I guess with Stephen West, I think a lot of people have started to almost expect the unexpected in a way, because, you know, he's a bit of a creative genius and so imaginative and brilliant, really. And you never know what the next thing is going to be, but this book is truly, I mean, I'm at a loss for words. It's hard to describe how beautiful I find it, and incredibly inspiring. I'm just going to show you, for instance, one of the shawls. This is called Tree Fern, and I need this in my life. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? And there are so many more. I feel like absolutely every single shawl that I pick up or have a look at, it's just, I need that, I need that. And here's another beautiful one. Another thing that really is quite striking in this book is how beautiful the photography is, and all of the models in the book are men, which is also quite unexpected and unusual, but it's just so beautiful. And oh, sorry, my bad, I guess not all of them are men, because there's also this little guy, Momo. But other than that, they are men. I think it's just beautiful. And yeah, unexpected and lovely. Just look at this gorgeous group shot. Boop. And yeah, I don't know how many shawls are in here actually, because I just noted that I wanted them all and I didn't really get on with counting it. Oh, and this one as well. I may have shown this already, but just look at that photo. It's so beautiful. And yeah, anyways, I'm just gushing, but I do truly love it. Oh, here's another one. Okay, just one more. I think this one is one of my favorites as well. It's called Marineblå, and I need it as well. You see, this is a bit of a problem because, well, firstly, I don't really enjoy knitting shawls all that much, which is quite interesting because I do have, I guess, 3 or 4 shawls at the needle, at my needles at the moment. And also, I love the Flying Foxtails shawl. But what Stephen West has managed is making me want to make all the shawls, which is quite impressive, I have to say. I'm sorry to, I think I talked about this quite a while ago, the Isabel Kramer, My Best Friend shawl. I think that's what it's called. I think I talked about that, it might have been on Instagram. I think I talked about that when it first came out because I really wanted to make it, and I've had it in my queue ever since, but I have a feeling that it might have to wait a little bit because I'm seriously struggling not to cast on all of these. All of them. Yes. I just really wanted to talk about that for a sec. I guess it's not the aesthetic and everything. It's not for everyone. It's not, but it's definitely for me. And if you like Stephen West, and if you've enjoyed some of the photos that I've shown you, then do check it out. See if you like it and pick up a copy if you do, and if you're looking for some new shawls to knit. It's beautiful and I love it. It's pretty much my favourite knitting book. Yeah, that's saying quite a bit. Okay. Sorry for some crinkles there. I wanted to, well, when I first picked up the podcasting torch, if you will, again, yeah, you know, we've had a bit of a break, no need to get into that over again, but I started looking through my podcasting supplies and things like that, and I realised that I have the most beautiful stitch markers that a lovely viewer of the podcast sent to me to give away, and so I wanted to have a little full giveaway. She sent these a long time ago and I feel really bad for just getting to them now, but she is called I Alt Stresse. Check out the down bar, I will put it in there, and she's made these lovely fall leaves, which, you know, I suppose is quite, oopsie, there we go, perfect for the season. How beautiful are they? So I have 2 packets of these, and she sent 2 packets of these beauties right here. I think I may have shown these when I first got them, but never really got to actually the giveaway part, but here we are. And since it's fall, it's September, and now these stitch markers are so beautiful. You could probably have a closer look because there's 2 of them in this packet. I wanted to just have I guess like a full prompt. I just really want you to comment at just below the video. Pop in a comment and tell me what your favourite cozy thing about fall is, and then I will pick 2 winners who will each get, one will get a packet of the blue ones and the leaf ones. So 2 winners, 2 packets of stitch markers, and yeah, I'll just pick a random winner. Since I'm asking you, I guess my favourite cozy thing about fall is well, the changing of the leaves. That's a big one. Just seeing nature change completely. I think that's very beautiful. And also candles, all sorts, especially the scented ones. And yeah, all the bringing out all of the knitwear, snuggling up in mittens and shawls and evening strolls, preferably with a hot beverage like a pumpkin spice latte, or yeah. I think those are my favourite things, favourite cozy things about fall. Do let me know, what are your favourite cozy things about fall? Pop in a comment below, and for the next episode I will pick a random winner. No, sorry, I will pick 2 random winners and send you both. I will send them to wherever you are. Don't worry about that. Okay, I guess that's it for the knitting part of the podcast. Oh, not entirely. Well, it sort of ebbs into live stuff, which is that this upcoming weekend it's the Bergen Knitting Festival, Bergen Strikk Festival, and I am overjoyed. I'm so excited to be going, and yeah, I can't wait. I think it's going to be so much fun. I will definitely try to get some footage while I'm there and upload. Maybe I'll do like a vlog style thing. Maybe I'll just pop it in the next episode, I'm not sure. But if you follow me on Instagram, I'll be sure to pop up some photos and videos throughout the day if you want to see what I'm up to. Yeah, I think that's about it. This last week has been just really nice. I've had some time to do some knitting and quite a bit of knitting actually, and some a tiny bit of embroidery. I forgot to bring that out. I'll talk about that next week. And I went to see the new Downton Abbey movie. If you haven't seen Downton Abbey, you really should. It is just the most beautiful series, and I recently, not recently, I've started re-watching it quite a while ago with a friend of mine, but it got a bit hard to do it together, so we are now re-watching it separately, but commenting along the way. Yeah, and seeing the movie really wanted me to re-experience it, and it's just such a lovely show. So I've had a lot of fun with that. And yeah, there's not really anything special going on to report. Yeah, not really, you know, life as usual. But anyways, I will be back hopefully next week for another chat, a new update, and in the meantime I hope you all have a lovely knitting time, and do pop in a comment and tell me about your favourite cozy thing about autumn, and talk to you soon. Goodbye.